خاموش ہو جان تاکہ
محمود صاحب 2 منٹ لگن گے لائف جان ذرا مسئلہ ہو رہا
چلو کوئی نہیں we can wait
ہے چیک کراؤ
ٹیکنیکل پرابلم ہو جاتی ہے کدی کدی عرفان صاحب بھی اپنے بیٹے نو بلان گئے نے
کون ہے This use is not enabled to live streaming اور وہ دوسرا اکاؤنٹ گیا دوسرا ویو جی کا اس کو ریکارڈ کرنے کے بعد اس کو ہاں اب یہ نہیں پتا کیا نام آپ کیسے ہوگا ٹھیک ہے محمود صاحب اس کو ریکارڈنگ پہ رکھتے ہیں پھر بعد میں اس کو ڈال دیں گے لائیو
ٹھیک
میں
ہے ٹھیک ہے
جی بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم ناظرین اکرام آج یادوں کے دریچے کا 162واں پروگرام لے کر ہم آپ کی خدمت میں حاضر ہیں اور یہ پروگرام پروفیسر نصیر احمد خان صاحب سے متعلق ہے اس سے
ہلو
پہلے بھی ہم نے 2-3 پروگرام جو ہیں پروفیسر نصیر احمد خان صاحب کی یاد میں کیے تھے ایک تو باسکٹ بال آل پاکستان ناصر باسکٹ بال ٹورنامنٹ میں اس میں خاصی دیر جو ہے وہ پروفیسر نصیر خان صاحب کا ریفرنس رہا اس کے علاوہ 2 پروگرام خاص طور پر ایک پروفیسر صاحب کی زندگی میں ہوا تھا پروفیسر نصیر خان صاحب کے حوالے سے اور آج کا پروگرام سے ایک سیریز پروگرام کی شروع کر رہے ہیں جو محمود خان صاحب جو ہے کیمبرج سے اس کو لے کر چلیں گے میں صرف کیونکہ ویو جی کے یادوں کے دریچے کے پروگرام سے لے کر چل رہا ہوں اس لیے میں شروع میں صرف تعارف کے لیے حاضر ہوں اس سے پہلے کہ میں محمود خان صاحب کے حوالے کروں میں ضروری سمجھتا ہوں کہ نصیر خان صاحب کے ریفرنس میں جو ان کے داماد تھے پروفیسر عنایت اللہ منگلہ صاحب ان کی چند دن پہلے وفات ہوئی ہے کیونکہ آج فیملی حاضر ہے تو ہم ان کے ساتھ بھی اظہار افسوس اظہار تعزیت جو ہے وہ کر کے اس پروگرام کو پھر آگے چلائیں تو اس لحاظ سے ظہیر خان صاحب منیر خان اور جو بھی ان کے عزیز یہاں موجود ہیں ان سب سے ہم وی جی کی طرف سے ٹی آئی سی میموریز کی طرف سے جو ہے وہ اظہار تعزیت کرتے ہیں اس کے ساتھ ہی میں اب محمود خان صاحب کے حوالے کرتا ہوں اور وہ اس پروگرام کو لے کر چلیں گے السلام علیکم
جزاک اللہ عرفان صاحب I would like to welcome you on this program. We will be conducting a series of programs regarding Dr. Naseer Khan Sahib. The idea is that we will give floor to 1 or 2 speakers per program so we can capture all aspects of Dr. Naseer Khan Sahib from his colleagues and from his students. From next month, this program will be on second Sunday of the month at 5 p.m. UK time. Today, there will be 2 speakers, Zahir Khan Sahib, who is eldest son of Dr. Naseer Khan Sahib, and Dr. Abdul Khalik Sahib, who has worked with Dr. Naseer Khan Sahib for a long period. I give floor to Zahir Khan Sahib.
जी
खान साहब
जजाक
कैमरा थोड़ा सा अपना जो है ना वो ऊपर कर लें। आपका चेहरा पूरा नहीं आ रहा, छत ज्यादा आ रही है। नहीं, और
दूसरी तरफ जहीर खान
ऊपर
साहब, दूसरी तरफ। अब
ऐसे जी।
ठीक है, अब ठीक
अब
है।
ठीक है।
जजाकमुल्ला इरफान साहब और महमूद खान साहब, मैं शुक्रिया करता हूँ सारी फैमिली की तरफ से कि आपने ये जो काविश है, अब मुझे ख्याल हो रहा है कि बड़ी ज़रूरी थी, और मैं सबका शुक्रगुजार हूँ कि आप लोगों ने ये मौका दिया। मैंने कुछ आज ऐसा आपने कहा था कि एक तारुफ करवा दें पहले प्रोग्राम में, मैंने कुछ पॉइंट्स तैयार किए हैं। अगर आप इजाज़त दें तो मैं इंग्लिश और उर्दू दोनों में बात करूँगा।
जरूर।
जी, स्टार्ट करते हैं खान साहब की पैदाइश से। 1924 में वैरोवाल अफगाना एक गांव था ईस्ट पंजाब, इंडिया में। हमारे एंसेस्टर्स तो अफगानिस्तान से हैं, और 19th सेंचुरी में ये ख़ानदान यहाँ कादियान के करीब एक जगह वैरोवाल अफगाना में आकर ये इन्होंने अपने अजीज़ों रिश्तेदारों को बसाया। और मुझे ये ख्याल आ रहा था कि हज़रत मसीह इस्लाम का एक इल्हाम है कि मैं तेरे लिए कौमें और लोग तैयार करूँगा जो आकर तेरी मदद करेंगे। तो मैं ये हुस्न ज़न्नी रखता हूँ कि इमिग्रेशन ने काबुल से इंडिया में की, ये भी इसी के मस्ताक है। मैं बल्कि बच्चों को मजाकन कहा करता हूँ कि ये जो डेस्टिन जर्नी है हमारे एंसेस्टर्स की, इसको मैंने नाम दिया है फ्रॉम तोरा बोरा टू कादियान। तो अगर ये ना होती तो शायद आज हम वहीं कहीं तोरा बोरा में ही घूम रहे होते। कि खान साहब ने मैट्रिक टीआई हाई स्कूल कादियान से किया 1940 में। उसके बाद आप एफसी कॉलेज लाहौर में आ गए, और 1944 में यहाँ से ग्रेजुएट किया आपने। और एफसी कॉलेज से बड़ा उनका ताल्लुक काफ़ी देर तक रहा। वहाँ पे ना सिर्फ ग्रेजुएशन की, बल्कि वो एक बास्केटबॉलर भी थे, अच्छे स्पोर्ट्समैन, पोल वॉल्ट के एथलीट भी थे, और स्प्रिंटर भी थे। मुझे आज तक याद है जब मेरा ख्याल है मैं 8-10 साल का हूँगा, तो उनके जो स्पाइक्स शूज थे स्प्रिंटिंग के, वो मुझे आज तक याद है कि उनके पास हुआ करते थे। 1944 के हवाले से आप सोच लें। उसके बाद आप एमएससी फिजिक्स के लिए अलीगढ़ यूनिवर्सिटी में दाखिल हुए, और 1946 में आपने वहाँ से एमएससी की। इसके बाद आपने या आपके वालिद साहब ने उनको वक्फ कर दिया, और हज़रत रिवाजुल मसीह सानी ने ये एमएससी करने के बाद उनको अहमदिया रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट तैनात किया। लेकिन वहाँ उनका क़याम थोड़ी देर ही था। उसके बाद फिर उनको टीआई कॉलेज जब लाहौर में शुरू हुआ 51-52 में, तो उनको वहाँ मुंतकिल कर दिया था। खान साहब की शादी 1 जनवरी 1950 में काजी फैमिली अमृतसर की हैं, उनमें उनकी शादी हुई। और 1954 में जब कॉलेज रवा मूव किया, तो फिर खान साहब भी रवा तशरीफ ले गए। रवा में उनका जो पहला टेन्योर था वो 1962 तक चला, और इसमें हजरत मिर्जा नासिर अहमद जो प्रिंसिपल थे, उन्होंने TI کالج اسٹوڈنٹس یونین بنائی جس کا پروفیسر انچارج والد صاحب کو بنایا، اور یہ ڈیوٹی 54 سے لے کے 1962 تک آپ ادا کرتے رہے۔ بطور پریزیڈنٹ اسٹوڈنٹ یونین کے کچھ بڑے انٹرسٹنگ واقعات ہوئے، وہ میں بیان کرنا چاہوں گا۔ سب سے پہلا تو ہے کہ جو کولڈ وار ایرا تھا اس میں رشین سائنٹسٹ جس نے سپوٹنک بنایا تھا، جو سب سے پہلے لینڈنگ آف دا مون جو ہوئی ہے وہ سپوٹنک کی تھی، تو وہ جو سائنٹسٹ تھا اس کو روا لے کے آئے تھے ایک لیکچر کے لیے۔ اس کی اور مزید تفصیل تو نہیں، ایک بات مجھے مرحوم مرزا انس احمد صاحب نے بتائی تھی کہ جب شام کو یا رات کو جب کھانے کا وقت ہوا تو مسٹر سپوٹنک کو جو کوٹھی تھی حضرت مرزا ناصر احمد صاحب کی، وہاں کھانے پہ لے کے گئے تو اس نے کھانے سے انکار کر دیا، کیونکہ کولڈ وار میں ایسا پروٹوکول تھا تو ان کو اجازت نہیں تھی کہیں کھانا کھانے کی۔ پھر حضرت مرزا ناصر احمد صاحب نے اس کو کہا کہ اگر میں پہلے کھا لوں تو پھر تم کھا لو گے، پھر وہ اگری کر گیا۔ پھر پہلے مرزا ناصر احمد صاحب نے کھانا کھایا اور پھر اس کے بعد اس نے شروع کیا۔ تو یہ ایک بڑا اہم واقعہ ہے جو میں نے اکثر دیکھا ہے بہت کم لوگوں کو کے علم میں ہے، اور یہ اتنا اہم واقعہ ہے کہ یہ ایسے ہی ہے کہ جیسے آج آپ بل گیٹس یا اسٹیو جابس کو روا لیں۔ اس کے بعد مشہور زمانہ جو آل پاکستان ناصر باسکٹ بال ٹورنامنٹ تھا، which later became a premier basketball league in پاکستان، یہ بھی شروع کرنے کا اعزاز والد صاحب کے نام جاتا ہے۔ اس کے علاوہ کالج میں ایک ایکٹیویٹی تھی اینول مشاعرہ، یہ بھی بڑا مشہور لٹریری ایونٹ ہوتا تھا پاکستان میں، اور کچھ میں نے خود بھی مشاہدہ کیا، کچھ میرے سے پہلے جو لوگ بتاتے ہیں کہ پاکستان کا کوئی ایسا مشہور شاعر نہیں تھا جو یہاں پہ نہ آیا ہو، اور بڑا وہ فخر محسوس کرتے تھے اس مشاعرے میں شامل ہونا۔ اس کے علاوہ he was also instrumental in organizing the annual debates in TI College, which earned nationwide a great pride and fame. یہ مجھے بات والد صاحب نے خود بتائی کہ ٹی آئی کالج کی ڈبیٹس اتنی فیمس ہو گئی تھیں کہ گورنمنٹ کالج لاہور والے ان سے پوچھ کے اپنی ڈیٹس رکھتے تھے، کیونکہ ان کو معلوم تھا کہ اگر ڈیٹس کلیش ہو گئیں تو لوگ ٹی آئی کالج چلے جائیں گے اور گورنمنٹ کالج نہیں آئیں گے۔ تو یہ بھی ایک بڑا میں کہوں گا آئیکونک واقعہ ٹی آئی کالج روا کا۔ جس طرح ٹینس کی دنیا میں ومبلڈن مشہور ہے، میں کہوں گا اسی مقابلے میں پاکستان میں یہ ٹی آئی کالج کی جو ڈبیٹ تھی اس کا نام تھا۔ اس کے بعد in 1962 he joined the University of Durham in England for his PhD in nuclear physics, which he completed in a record time of 2.5 years. During this period, he was also an elected president of Pakistani Student Society in UK. He had a distinct honor of welcoming President Field Marshal Ayub Khan in Pakistan Embassy in UK. اس کے بعد 1965 میں he returned to Pakistan and resumed his work at TI College Rabwa. اس کے بعد حضرت خلیفۃ المسیح ثالث نے ان کو ٹاسک دیا ایم ایس سی فزکس کی کلاسز کا کی اجرا کا. وہ آپ سب کو معلوم ہے کہ اس میں کیا کیا کوششیں ہوئیں اور کتنا عرصہ لگا, کتنی محنت ہوئی. فائنلی آفٹر نیومرس hurdles and hectic efforts, MSc Physics classes started. اور یہ بھی آپ کو معلوم ہی ہوگا کہ the first 3 batches of students earned top positions in Punjab University with unprecedented results. ہمارے اس پروگرام میں ڈاکٹر نعیم طاہر صاحب بھی ہیں, موجود ہیں, اور ان کا ماشاءاللہ جو ریکارڈ ہے وہ سب جانتے ہیں کہ پنجاب یونیورسٹی کے تمام پرانے ریکارڈ انہوں نے بریک کیے تھے. اس کے علاوہ خان صاحب کی مصروفیات کالج کے علاوہ جامعہ میں ہر سال کئی مرتبہ مجھے وہاں ڈیبیٹس ہوتی تھی, وہاں ڈیکلیمیشن کانٹیسٹ ہوتے تھے, تو اس میں ہمیشہ ان کو بلایا جاتا تھا ایز چیف جج. اس کے علاوہ کریٹیکل ریویو آپ نے بہت کیے ہیں. جامعہ اسٹوڈنٹس اپنے پیپرز لکھ کے لاتے تھے اور وہ خان صاحب سے ریویو کرواتے تھے, اور اس کے علاوہ دیگر جماعت کے علماء بھی آ کے کنسلٹ کرتے تھے. اس کے بعد حضرت خلیفۃ المسیح ثالث نے ان کو ایک دفعہ یہ ٹاسک دیا کہ آپ ریسرچ کریں. حضرت مسیح موعود علیہ السلام فارسی الاصل تھے. یہ انہوں نے کافی مہینے ریسرچ جاری رہی, اور پھر مجھے یاد ہے مسجد مبارک میں یہ پروگرام ہوا تھا, اور حضور کی پریزنس میں آپ نے یہ اپنا مقالہ پیش کیا تھا. آپ کی شاعر بھی تھے. آپ کی شاعری کا مجموعہ رود چناب, اس کی لانچنگ پلان کی تھی آپ نے خود, اور جو تاریخ مقرر تھی اس سے ایک دن پہلے آپ کی وفات ہو گئی تھی. بہرحال وہ یاد ہے تقریب منعقد کی تھی, سب نے ایگری کیا تھا, پروازی صاحب نے آرگنائز کیا تھا, اور اس میں سب لوگ شریک ہوئے. ڈاکٹر آغا صاحب ہمارے چیف گیسٹ تھے وہاں پہ, ڈاکٹر وزیر آغا. ایک اور صاحب مجھے ان کا نام بھول گیا, میں خالق صاحب سے ریکویسٹ کروں گا اگر مجھے یاد کرا دیں, جو ہمارے سرگودا بورڈ کے چیئرمین ہوتے تھے, وہ بھی والد صاحب.
ڈاکٹر صفدر حسین.
نہیں, غالب صاحب تھے.
غالب صاحب.
غالب صاحب.
اچھا,
راجہ غالب صاحب. راجہ غالب صاحب.
بالکل
نہیں, راجہ غالب صاحب تو احمدی تھے نا, یہ ایک اور غیر احمدی دوست تھے آپ کے.
یہ ڈاکٹر صفدر حسین صاحب تھے
پرابیبلی, ہاں میرا خیال ہے
جو شاعر بھی تھے.
جی, اور وہ ان کے ساتھ یو کے میں بھی رہے تھے جب جس زمانے میں یہ تھے یو کے, تو وہ بھی تشریف لائے تھے. یہاں 3 ہمارے مقررین تھے, ڈاکٹر وزیر آغا صاحب, یہ ڈاکٹر صفدر حسین صاحب جو بتا رہے ہیں, عرفان صاحب, اور تیسرے مرحوم چودھری محمد علی صاحب. ان تینوں کی کچھ کامنٹس تھے جو بڑے کامن تھے. ان تینوں نے 3 لفظ بولے خان صاحب کے بارے میں: خوش لباس, خوش گفتار اور خوش اخلاق. تو یہ میں سمجھتا ہوں بڑے آئیکونک الفاظ تھے ان کے. اور اکثر لوگ جنہوں نے مجھ سے کئی دفعہ ذکر کیا کہ اپنے زمانے میں he was probably one of the most well-dressed person in Rabwa. جلسہ سالانہ میں آپ ہر سال آپ کی ڈیوٹی ہوتی تھی شام کے مہمانوں کی نگہداشت اور ان کے انتظامات کرنے میں. اور پھر آپ کے جو آخری چند جلسے تھے وفات سے پہلے, اس میں آپ کی ڈیوٹی ہوتی تھی جتنے ہمارے فورن گیسٹ ہیں ان کے انتظامات، ان کی رہائش کا، ان کا سارے کھانے پینے کا انتظام آپ کے ذمہ تھا۔ اور یہاں میں ایک چیز ذکر کرنا چاہوں گا کہ وہاں جو ہمارے مہمانوں کے ڈنرز ہوتے تھے اس میں خان صاحب نے یہ روایت ڈالی کہ سیٹڈ ڈنر، یہ بڑی یونیک چیز تھی روا میں تب بھی کہ سیٹڈ ڈنر۔ آپ کا نظریہ یہ تھا، مجھے کئی دفعہ ذکر کیا انہوں نے، کہ ہماری قوم نے ابھی بفے ڈنر کے جو آداب ہیں، جو ایٹیکیٹس ہیں، وہ نہیں سیکھے، اس لیے بہتر ہے کہ ان کو بٹھا کے کھانا کھلایا جائے تاکہ کسی قسم کی بد نظمی نہ ہو۔ تو یہ بھی ایک روایت انہوں نے شروع کی تھی وہاں پہ۔ حضرت مسیح صاحب کا ایک مجھے فکرہ یاد آ گیا کہ حضور فرماتے ہیں کہ ہر سلجھا ہوا انسان جو بھی مناسب حال کام کرتا ہے وہی متقی ہے۔ تو یہ بڑی اچھی ڈیفینیشن ہے جو میں نے متقی کی حضرت مسیح السلام کے الفاظ میں سنی۔ اس کے علاوہ he has had the honor of being an associate member of International Center for Theoretical Physics in Trieste, Italy, until his death. تو یہ تو سارے وہ واقعات تھے۔ اس کو ایک میں سمرائز ایسے کروں گا کہ آج تک اس زمانے میں جو ہم دیکھ رہے ہیں ان کی وفات سے تقریباً 50 سال بعد یا 45 سال بعد، all well-known human scientists and leadership trainers agree that the 20th century belonged to the leaders with personality ethics، جبکہ وہ یہ بھی ایگری کرتے ہیں کہ جو 21st century ہے belongs to the leaders with character ethics۔ تو بحیثیت طالب علم سوشل سائنس کے، میں اور ان کی زندگی جو میں نے دیکھی ہے، میں کہہ سکتا ہوں کہ یہ دونوں حصوں کو انہوں نے بڑا اچھا کور کیا، اپنی پرسنالٹی ایتھکس کو بھی اور اپنی کیریکٹر ایتھکس کو بھی۔ اس کے علاوہ آج دنیا اس پہ ایگری کرتی ہے کہ ہر انسان کی لائف میں 30% ہارڈ سکلز ہیں اینڈ 70% ہیومن سکلز ہیں۔ اس پہ بھی اگر آپ سب بھی ان کے ساتھ وقت گزارا ہے، جو ہارڈ سکلز کے ساتھ ساتھ ہیومن سکلز کے بھی بڑے دل دادا تھے، اور ہمیشہ ہمیں سکھایا کرتے تھے کہ ہمدردی مخلوق خدا اور انسانی تعلقات کی جو سکلز ہیں وہی اصل میں انسان کی کامیابی کا راز ہے۔ As a student of human science and leadership, I can comfortably vouch that he lived his life in both the centuries of personality and character ethics, not only due to his own mindset, but also through the blessings of earth and the environment of the blessed support and guidance of Khulafa that he has worked in. اور اللہ کے فضل سے 4 خلفاء کے ساتھ آپ کو کام کرنے کا موقع ملا، اور میں سمجھتا ہوں یہی وجوہات تھیں کہ ان کو اتنا کانفیڈنس تھا خان صاحب پہ کہ انہوں نے ان سے کام لیا۔ اور ہی واز اے گریٹ ڈسپلنیرین، اے پرفیکشنسٹ آرگنائزر، اے فزسسٹ، اے اسپورٹس مین، اے پوئٹ، a writer, a religious scholar, and a truly humble gentleman of his time. No wonder he won the confidence and trust of all the four khulafas that he was blessed to work with. Allah Ta'ala उनके दर्जात बुलंद करता रहे. जज़ाकुमुल्लाह ahsan जज़ा.
Ameen. Ameen. Jazakallah, Zaheer Khan Sahab. Very well said. I give floor to Dr. Khalik Sahib.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Mahmood Sahab, how much time I have?
You have precisely 32 minutes. But
32 minutes.
But no worries, Khalik Saab. We will continue in next program and we will start with you, whatever.
Okay. Okay, what I will do, I am going to start, but you see that when 10 minutes are left, please let me know. Then I will try to wrap it up, but I don't think that I will be able to finish it today, but I will try my best so that it is finished.
No rush, Khalik Saab. This is why we made this program in a number of series, because we felt that we do not want to feel that there's something to be said and there's no time to say. So we have allowed as much time you need. We can have 3, 4, 5 sessions, 10 sessions. It's not a problem.
No, I will definitely finish in 50 minutes, but unfortunately, I will be short of nearly 15 minutes, which I can do it in our next segment.
Jazakallah.
Okay. Well, first of all, I would like to thank Mahmood Khan Sahab, who took the initiative to start this group. And I'm happy that most of the alumni of the physics department, those will be listening today. But I also feel it is too bad. Rather than I would say it is shame on us that after 43 years of his death, Dr. Naseer Khan, we are starting the program today after 43 years. But anyhow, as the saying goes, der ayat durust ayat. So we are doing it. And I do know that when Mahmood Saab asked me to give some presentation of Dr. Naseer Khan Saab, I readily agreed. And there are many reasons because I thought that, as the poet Faraz has said, apne hisse ki shamma jalate jate. So I thought that I should also do something. So I already have done some part, and I go through the Jamaat literature like Al-Fazl Daily and Tarikh-e-Ahmadiyya and certain other books. And based on that, then I published 2 articles whose title is, first one is The Physics Department, Talim al-Islam College, Rabwa, Talim al-Islam Primary School, Madrasa 2, Graduate Education in Physics. And the other article I totally wrote about in the memory of Dr. Naseer Khan Sahab, head of his department, Talim al-Islam College, Rabwa. And these are both articles cover nearly 32 pages of the USA Jamaat Gazette. And there are some other reasons also, but I will not, just for the sake of time, I will not go into that detail. But before I start about Dr. Naseer Khan Sahab, I would like to give you a very brief summary of Talim al-Islam College. It was started in January 3rd, 1898, during the days of Prophet Messiah al-Islam, as a madrasa or the primary school. And later on, it was upgraded in 2 years to high school, and then to Talim Islam College in May 28, 1903. But after a year, then it was closed because Jamaat was not meeting the requirement from the Punjab University at that time. And it was started later on in June 4th, 1944. And when Jamaat built the Talim Islam College building and all other details also. And at that time, while Khalifatul Masih was inaugurating, he said, and I am going to quote 2 lines from his address, that the door of these institutions are open to students coming from all religion and from every walk of life. And even those are believing in religion, whether those are Hindu, Sikh, Muslims, and Christians, all are welcome over here in this college. Well, after this, the partition started, and briefly, Talim Islam College was in Lahore, but In Rabwa, Talim Islam College started on December 6, 1954. And Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Sani, he in fact inaugurated that one. And he said that I am going to read these two lines from there. Hazur said that there is no discrimination regarding religion, financial status, caste, or creed in this college. Students from all religions are welcome. However, it will be binding on them to spend their lives according to the teaching of whatever religion they profess. And this is what he said. And later on, Jamaat in 1954, they find a land at the edge of Darul Uloom, and it was 80 acres of land where Jamaat built up the building, and it was a huge project. Physics department was completed. At the top was the chemistry department was completed. Then there was also biology, botany, and others as well. Fortunately, it was the, I think, incentive behind all of this, in addition to the Jamaat and Hazrat Khalifatul Masih's effort, that Dr. Naseer Khan Sahab was also behind this project. And that's why it started. And there is a lot of detail about this, which I wrote in my article. Those want to go through that, please read it. The Physics Department was inaugurated on October 12, 1969. And Mia Afzal Hussain, who was the Vice Chancellor of the Punjab University, he in fact inaugurated this. And I would like to read from his address 4 or 5 lines, a passage. And this is really something. He came to Rabwa at the first convocation of the TI College Rabwa in June 1955. And then he said that you have decided to establish a place of living in a desolate area, surrounded by rugged hills, no grass, no sweet water, soil full of salinity, resulting in crusting of the soil, generating heaps of fine poultry land, and plantation is very scarce, and a few thorny bushes in and around over here, in creating an environment of living seemed impossible. To beat all those odds, your determination and farsightedness, planning, and confidence indeed require very careful planning. Today, I can say without hesitation that you have surmounted all those difficulties and used the modern development in science and technology to achieve your goal. And this was and then later on, he said that at the inauguration of the physics department, he said, you have a good counsel of your world-renowned scientist, Professor of Islam. I hope his devotion to physics research will be beacon for you and your student to benefit from him. There is no doubt the building facilities, scientific equipment, library are essential, but real success stems in the devotion of qualified and devoted teacher, and I am confident you will find good teachers also. And furthermore, he said that it is essential to create atmosphere free of any prejudice of color, ethnic background, geographic boundaries, nationalistic dogmas. And I sincerely believe your effort will be rewarded and you will do all these and flourish intellectually free of any prejudices. So now I turn to the physics department, and it is mainly about Dr. Naseer Khan Sahab with this short introduction. Let me start with this, that I joined the faculty of the physics department to teach graduate classes in physics in 1970 with a hiatus that for 1 year I was selected by Punjab Public Service Commission, and then I was posted at a government college. But late in 1971, I left. Then I returned to the physics department immediately after nationalization. Rather, the first one who was transferred back to the physics department, and my association with physics department then lasted till the end of the 1983. I don't want to go into the detail of those. The faculty, I think the faculty, those were the founding faculty. I would like to read their names. One is Yunus Shamsa, myself, Akhtar Hussain Ansari, Muhammad Afzal Shah, Azizur Rahman, Shujat Mahmood Khalid Bhatt, Muhammad Zafrullah from the math department. He passed away a few years ago. Masood Asif Saab, Mubashir Ahmed Saab, Mir Habib, Professor Emeritus Mia Ataur Rahman. And among these all these faculties, four of the faculties were my class fellows at Government College Lahore also. So when I joined the faculty of the physics department, I started seeing Dr. Naseer Khan Saab as head of the department, as an elder to look up to him, considered him as a learned scientist with strong passion for progress of the department, a devotee of life. He was highly disciplined, determined person, always pursuing goal which Hazrat Khalifatul Masih III assigned to him. His devotion to Jamaat was exemplary. My association with him turned into joining him for the progress of the department, and later it turned into a very frank friendship with strong respect, being he was my elder also. He was a great administrator, a remarkable passion for education, sportsman, impeccably well-dressed person, great conversationalist with effective personality and good sense of humor, unshakable, devout MD, tolerance in dealing with students and others with an attractive smile, a poet with corpus of poetry, Rude Chanab, and a distinguished scholar. So I simply sum it up. And you all know that he passed away on November 29, 1983. And Zahir Ahmad Khan mentioned about his Rude Chanab and all those things, all those details in his. And I remained with the department till the end of 1983. And on January 4th, 1984, I left Pakistan, came to US. But we both, I mean, me and Dr. Naseer Khan Sahab worked together for the International Justice Salana Rabwa, for the Nazamat Makanat, Nazamat Muayna inspection, Nazamat Reserve 2 for the foreign delegates, while he was Nazim and I was Naib Nazim. And I was groomed enough to the level that then later on I become Nazim Roshni, the director of electricity lights and all those things. And I successfully discharged that duty during International Justice Salana from 1978 till the end of 1983. So before I go into the further detail, I would like to say a few words about the overall atmosphere in the TI College of and my colleagues over there, because I feel that those should be also, there should be something I should also mention. So looking back, while I have studied, researched, taught in universities in America, I still feel the unique experience of sitting, talking, rather rubbing shoulders with the faculty of the TI College. Almost all were devotee of life. They were very dedicated scholars, polite to the students, caring the students their education. I always saw a sense of contentment on their faces. I am irrespective of all my colleagues, and I couldn't see that type of contentment over here, even in Pakistan also. In staff room or the conference room, they were spending their time discussing politics, scientific ideas, philosophical discussion, poetry. I remember my colleagues in TI College Rabba that with reverence, I cherish their memory. I had the good fortune that I was their colleague. Now I am going to start about the physics department. And I made some pointers, and based on that, I am going to uh, uh, go through those with very brief introduction. Hopefully, I will meet the time limit today. If not, it will be shared next time. I did see that when I go to Lahore, Government College Lahore or elsewhere, even in Rabba, there was some opposition to the MSc program. And most of the people were saying, you people will never survive. And once I discussed this with Dr. Naseer Khan Sahab, he summarized that, and he told me all those figures, which I am going to summarize in a very simple way. Again, I am quoting the poet Faraz, and he said that, मैं संग रहा हूँ तो ठोकर की जद में आऊंगा. So we were the milestone, a new kid on the block out of the big cities in a very small place. So that's why we were discussed everywhere. But we did well. Well, the first topic I'm going to discuss is that the academic environment in the physics department. And I'm going to briefly describe this. It was highly collegial collaboration, caring for the students' learning, extracurricular growth, and nurture them by caring professors. I was one of them, but I am not trying to praise myself. This is the overall. It was the academic environment not available in any other institution in Pakistan. No student professor ever felt any prejudice because of religious belief, place of origin, financial status, caste and creed. In brief, it was a place free of prejudice, which is required for the academic and the research development. And I would like to say that the other topic I'm going to say is that it was a focused approach for graduate education with remarkable results, which I am going to describe in a moment. And we were educating the student, but at the same time, we were transforming the students also. I am going to now briefly describe this one. Dr. Naseer Khan Sahab indeed a driving force behind the graduate program of physics, which brought the college in prominence within 2 years. First batch of the graduate class, which was completing our MSc with a commendable result. Looking at the student quality, those were carefully selected and had the potential to withstand rigor of teaching load, laboratory work, so that they compete with the students in institutions in Lahore and elsewhere. And they were challenged to the level, they excel academically and become good scientists also. And I think when I will go over to that, it will be qualified when I am describing. These are not simple facts that I am explaining, and don't take it the flowery language that I am using. Okay. To achieve this, Dr. Naseer Khan Sahab started with the process of continuous assessment of students, with homework assignment enhancing their skills to solve problems, examination, writing of quality laboratory reports showing experimental quantification by controlling parameters, grading and assessing their progress. In addition, the students were trained to give scientific presentation by assigning them the topics to deliver seminar in front of faculty and fellow students. So in brief, this is what it was, and this was the one. And so the goal was that the student internalize all these basic concepts, and they do really well. And you all know very well that out of 12 students in our first batch, 11 survived, one dropout. And all of them, with the exception of one or two, get first class in our first exam also. And some of them are hearing today, and there is a good number of them did PhDs, and they excel in their duties also elsewhere as well. One thing I want to say that the climax of the physics department 3 years old program reached when one student named Ahmed Tahir stood first in 1973 Punjab University MSc examination and surpassed all previous record of the highest mark, set a new highest mark standard obtained in MSc physics examination in the history of the Punjab University. This was a unique achievement of the physics department, Talim-Islam College Rabwa, which brought the college in the forefront of MSc education. And now I will be turning over to a different thing, that the overall college physics department environment. The physics department was run as a center of learning where students were exposed to excellent teaching, laboratory experimentation, data quantization, analysis, questioning data in a scientific discussion, learning by scientific reasoning, combining observation and inferences, and constant evaluation of the students' progress also. In addition to this, the students were exposed to recent research by inviting speakers from universities, Pakistan Atomic Commission, and also a few visits from Professor Abdul Salam. The students were also taken to other institutions in Lahore, Islamabad, Peshawar, to allow them to exchange ideas with other students and see their laboratory facilities. In brief, the department was humming with education and research enhancing activities. In addition, the department was kept clean and tidy, resulting in a very systematic setup in lecture theaters, laboratories, and in offices with help from workers like our Muhammad Ali, Rashid Ahmed, Fazal Ahmed, Abdul Ghafoor, the mechanic, and Muhammad Ahmed, who was a librarian also. I feel that they should be acknowledged because these people did a lot of work. In the middle of 1971, few faculty members, they left because they went somewhere else. But by that time, our class was the first batch which graduated. We hired them, and the graduated, those were hired from our first class. Those were Asif Ali Parvez Saab, Mirza Muhammad Luqman Saab, Munawwar Ahmad Saab, Mia Habibur Rahman Saab, and Muhammad Ali Tiwani Saab. And out of these, 4 have did PhD in America also. So there is 90% of a good number of them, good percentage of them did PhDs. And there is one more interesting fact, that in 90% of the first faculty who was teaching our MSc classes, the first batch, 90% of the faculty they did their PhDs also. Okay, my next topic is that I will be very brief in it. Inviting the professors and the researcher at the department. We invited the professor to deliver lectures from the Physics Department, Government College Lahore, Physics Department, Punjab University, Physics Department, Quaid-e-Azam University, Islamabad, and the Center for Solid State Physics, the faculty from there, from Punjab University, Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission in Faisalabad and Pinstack, they were over here. And sometime Professor Abdul Salam also did give some presentation, very short.
Alex, have 10 minutes left.
Okay, I'm coming to that. Okay, I will be able to then wrap it up. Okay, we also did some research also at the MSc for the thesis as well. And Dr.Naseer Khan was getting some high energy exposed plates from CERN Geneva. And based on that, and also me and Dr. Naseer Khan wrote a proposal to the National Science Foundation. We get a research proposal from there. We did some research on that one. Dr. Naseer Khan produced nearly 7 students their MSc theses, and I did 2. Mainly the thin film deposition and electrical characterization. And we also presented paper on solid state track detectors in the international conferences, also published paper in the international research journals as well. And those are interested that I'm not speaking in the air. Those references are given in my writing in the USA Jamaat Gazette at the end. All these references are available over there. Okay, then I will go over to the physics department faculty visiting International Center for Theoretical Physics. Professor Naseer Ahmad Khan visited there, Dr. Munawwar Ahmad Saab visited there, Muhammad Ali Tiwani Saab also visited there. This is what I recall. So what I want to say is that the department was such that we were approaching all the way to that level. That's what my main reason for. I would like to say a few words about the nationalization of the colleges. In 1972, the wave of nationalization, let me now look at the time. Okay, I will finish it. In 1972, wave of nationalization took the Talim Islam College of War. So the good part is the core of the physics department was still over there. In addition to that, Dr. Naseer Khan Sahab was able to convince all the principals after nationalization not to interfere in the physics department setup. And the new principals were always supportive of the department, producing excellent results which lasted till his death, November 1983. And I am saying this for sure that I was accompanying him when he was meeting those principals. And during that discussion, we come to the conclusion that no one is going to interfere with us in our work in this case. And we do know there were some faculty, those were transferred immediately after nationalization, and most of them were our own students. They were selected by the Punjab Public Service Commission, and then they come to us. From among them was Bashir Ahmed Shah, Tabassum Saab, then there were Kamar Ahmed Shams Saab, he was our student also, and all three were our graduate students. Now, this is my last topic, which I am going to discuss, but it will take some more time. But in the remaining 5-10 minutes, I will. This is what I am talking about, completely about Dr. Naseer Khan, a person of unique character. Okay, so I'm going to. I wrote something, and that's what I'm going to read for the sake of time. Uh, I'm going to read this, that he was famous for his unique and simple hospitality at his residence, Mohalla Darul Nasr, Garbi. He had many meetings at his residence with fellow poets of Rabwa, scientists from Punjab University, Quaid-e-Azam University, Islamabad, Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, and some of the notables of Rabwa. Uh, in all these meetings, I was there. That's why I'm saying for sure this is right. Even there were some meetings with the Chaudhry Muhammad Ali Saab at his residence, Qazi Aslam Saab at his residence. I was there. And some other people also from the Jamaat, which I don't want to mention over here, but I was there. So I happened to be a part of all of these. And in some poetry recitals, I am not a poet. I was just a passive listener and with casual appreciation of good poetry, but not enthusiastic as the poets normally do, adabas and all those things. And these meetings were very casual, scholarly, discussing scientific, religious, and political topics, and it served as good get together to know well-being of the others. His hospitality was simple but elegant, with help from his wife. Okay, now I want to say a few words about his sensitivity to his friends also. And with this one, if you people allowed me another 10 minutes, I will be able to finish it completely. Otherwise, we can then
Shall
postpone
we
it to the
start in the
next.
next program? Shall we start? Shall we have this break point at this moment, and we can start the new topic from the next program from you?
Okay, that's fine. But before we leave,
Yeah.
I want to say one thing at the end.
Sure.
Would you allow me to give
Yes,
me
please. Yes, please. Yes.
4 minutes?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, I should have done it in next meeting, but I'm going to do it right now. Since you all like him and I saw your enthusiasm, and because of that, I am going to put a proposal for every one of you. Those are the alums of the physics department TI College. And I request you that the best tribute that you can pay to your teacher, mentor, friend, and educator to whom you all look up to, that and I hope that you will be mentioning about him to your children, to your friends, and in the community where you live. I propose to start a scholarship on Dr. Naseer Khan Saab's name, and that will be a great tribute to Dr. Naseer Khan from his students. And do remember that it will not cost you too much. And I am telling you based on my experience. It will cost you less than $1,000 a year. Only one scholarship. And I can help you to write the proposal, and it will be administered under the Nazir Talim Sadr Anjuman Ahmadiyya Pakistan. And the proposal will include selection process and other details also. I can write that down. If you allow me, I will write it for you people. And now the ball is in your court, and I will see how you play it well. And I am hoping that you are going to consider this one. The reason is there is an incident, and I already did that on behalf of my parents, and I am giving it for 20 years, coming 20 years. So that's why I know how to do these proposals, and it went all the way to Hazur, and then it was approved. So I am doing it for one reason. I was having a student. Now I'm Professor Emeritus, but before that, when I was 2 years back, when I was in the university, there was a student from Pakistan. He came, and he happens to be an MD, and he was from an area, Tonsa Sharif. And I started talking with him in English. He was really a bright student, speaking really good English. And he was son of a high school teacher. And I said, how you come over here? He said, my father, in fact, had sold his land, and that's why I'm here. He was the best student. And he's graduating this year. He is always at the top of the class in all the classes. And I feel that we should contribute something. And $1,000 is nothing. I think $1,000 is nearly over 3 lakh rupees in Pakistan. 2 lakh rupees per student for a 1 year for a graduate degree in physics or a professional degree that will help that guy, a poor guy. So this is my proposal, but the remaining part of my presentation, I can do it in our next meeting. Let me know. I will complete it, but I will need only 20 minutes to finish that.
Jazakallah.
15 minutes.
Jazakallah, we'll give you 20 minutes. No problem. I need a volunteer, another speaker, or I would suggest Mirza Luqman Saab, if he's on the call. I think he was. If you would be happy to make a speech next week, I will send a request in a group because it's 6 o'clock now. Jazakallah for Khalik Saab and Zahir Khan Saab. And I'd like to thank you, all of the people who have attended this call, and I hope that you can make time to attend the next session and the following one as well. And we will go through all the students one by one to make speeches regarding Dr. Naseer Khan Saab and their personal experiences. Jazakallah.
Yeah, I think just one last comment I would like to make. I would absolutely appreciate the idea given by Khalik Saab, and I would request him to keep Khan Saab's family in it. So we will, inshallah, also contribute whatever he's.
Yeah, what I was going to do is to discuss with the group in the detail in the group, and then Khalik Saab can make a proposal. I don't see anybody would object to it. So let's make it happen.
Yeah, $1,000 is nothing.
Let's make it happen.
For these many students, if everyone give $100, it's enough.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. All the
महमूद
best.
साहब पूछ लें कोई आदमी कोई मजीद तजवीज़ देना चाहता है इस प्रोग्राम से मुतल्लिक
वो अगले में कर लेंगे इसे. I need to go to for a Jamaat call, so my apologies. 6 o'clock is the time. Next time we can extend that. We are going to have this series.
21 लोग जो आज के प्रोग्राम में शामिल हैं, सबका बहुत शुक्रिया कि उन्होंने वक्त निकाला और प्रोग्राम में हिस्सा लिया.
Thank you. All the
बारे
best.
में कोई भी तजवीज़ हो दोस्तों की तो वो महमूद खान साहब को इन्फॉर्म कर दें, तो आइंदा से उसको प्रोग्राम में ख्याल रखा जाएगा.
Allah Hafiz.
इसके साथ इजाज़त दीजिए. अल्लाह हाफिज़.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
Allah.